Let's be honest. You've spent months, maybe even years studying English. You've passed all your grammar tests. You know what present perfect means. You can write emails. You understand 70 to 80% of YouTube videos without subtitles. But when someone suddenly turns to you and says, "Hey, tell me about yourself," your brain goes blank, your tongue freezes, and all you can say is, "And I am from." You know what hurts the most? It's not that you don't know the answer. You do know, but you can't say it. You just can't say it fast enough, smoothly enough, confidently enough. It's like there's this wall between what's inside your brain and what comes out of your mouth. And that wall is killing your confidence. Maybe I'm just not talented in languages. Maybe I'll never speak fluently. Maybe this just isn't for me. Sound familiar? You're not alone. In fact, you're part of the majority. Welcome to Simple English TV, the channel made for learners like you. Here, we break the wall. We help you speak finally. So if you've ever asked yourself, why can't I speak English fluently? How do I fix this? Where do I even begin? Then stay right here, because in the next 30 to 90 minutes, we're going deep. We're going real, and we're going to fix this together. So before we begin, hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and comment "I'm ready to speak English." Let's build your confidence, one sentence at a time. Part 1. The Silent Struggle. Chapter 2. The Classroom Illusion. Let me tell you a story. Her name was Sari. She's from Indonesia. She studied English for 9 years. Elementary, junior high, high school. All grammar. All textbook, past tense. Irregular verbs, fill in the blanks. Multiple choice. She got an A on every test. But the first time, she joined a Zoom meeting with a foreign colleague. She didn't say a word, not one. After the call, she cried. Not because she didn't understand, but because she did understand and still couldn't speak. Why does this happen? Here's the hard truth. School teaches you to understand, not to speak. It's like learning to swim. By only reading a book, you know what breaststroke is. You know how to move your arms. You know the theory. But when someone pushes you into the water, you drown. That's what happens with English. Chapter 3. You're not broken. The system is. Millions of learners are like Sari. They feel embarrassed. They feel stupid. They think, maybe I'm the problem. But here's what nobody tells you. You're not broken. The system is. Most of us were taught English the wrong way. We learn it to memorize vocabulary, not use it. To pass grammar tests, not build conversations. To fear making mistakes, not to learn from them. So of course we freeze. Of course we panic. Of course we struggle. And the worst part, we blame ourselves. But today, we stop doing that. Chapter for fear of speaking, the silent killer. Let's get real. You're not quiet because you don't know the words. You're not silent because you're lazy. You're not avoiding conversations because you don't care. You're quiet because you're scared. Scared of what? Making mistakes, sounding weird, getting laughed at, being judged, freezing mid-sentence, forgetting the word for ping hapus in the middle of a conversation. And that fear? It's not small. It's not just in your head. It's real. It builds every time you hesitate. It grows every time you say maybe next time. It gets stronger every time you stay silent. The voice inside you. You know this voice. You'll sound stupid. Your accent is bad. Native speakers will think you're dumb. Don't embarrass yourself. So what do? You stay safe. You don't speak. You stay silent. And that silence becomes a habit, a cage. Until one day, you start to believe the lie. Maybe speaking fluently just isn't for me. But here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone sounds silly at first, even babies, even native speakers. If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not moving forward. You don't get fluent by being perfect. You get fluent by being brave. And that starts now. Chapter 5, The Practice Trap. Maybe you've tried before. You've downloaded Duolingo. You've watched YouTube videos. You've memorized 1,000 vocabulary words. You've even joined an online English group. But nothing sticks. You still can't speak fluently. So you wonder, what am I doing wrong? Let's break this down. The 3 practice traps. 1. Passive learning. Watching videos is good. Listening to podcasts is great, but it's still passive. Just like watching a workout video doesn't build your muscles. Watching English content doesn't build your speaking skills unless you speak to. Memorization without application. You've memorized go, went, gone, have been, had been, at, in, on. But can you use them in a real conversation? Knowing is not the same as using. Recognition is not production. 3. Waiting for the right time. You keep telling yourself, I'll speak when I'm ready. I need to study more first. Let me improve my grammar first. But the truth is, you'll never feel 100% ready. You just have to start imperfectly. Because fluent doesn't come from waiting. Fluent comes from doing. Chapter 6, The Inner Battle, Shame, and Self-Doubt. Let's go deeper. What really stops you? It's not just fear. It's something darker. More painful. It's shame. The shame of being the only one in the group who can't speak. The shame of being corrected by a 12-year-old on TikTok. The shame of opening your mouth and hearing your own accent. You felt it, that heavy, silent voice that says, you're not good enough. Where does this shame come from? Maybe a teacher laughed at you once. Maybe your friends joked about your pronunciation. Maybe someone online mocked your grammar. Whatever it was, it made you stop trying. And since then, you've been quiet. Not because you don't care, but because you care too much. But shame is a lie. Here's what you need to know. You don't need perfect grammar to be respected. You don't need a native accent to be understood. You don't need 10 years of study to have a conversation. You need courage, courage to sound silly, courage to keep trying, courage to speak even if your voice shakes. Because every fluent speaker you admire, they started just like you, shy, afraid, silent. But they didn't stay that way. What do you need to hear right now? You're not stupid. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just human. You're learning a whole new language. That's powerful. You're fighting fear. That's brave. You're still here. That means you haven't given up. So let me say it clearly. You can speak English. You will speak English, and it all starts today. PART 2, The Turning Point. Chapter 7, Stop Learning, Start Speaking. Let me say this loud and clear. You've learned enough. You already know more than you think. Now it's time to speak ... You don't need another grammar book. You don't need 50 more vocabulary apps. You don't need to understand every single English word. What you need is this. Mouth practice, brain-mouth connection. Daily speaking. Here's the truth. But I'm not ready. Let me ask you, were you ready when you learned how to ride a bike? Were you perfect the first time you tried to cook? Did you speak your first language without mistakes? No, you learn it by doing, by failing, by repeating. Speaking English is not a school exam. It's a muscle you train. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. So stop trying to understand everything. Start trying to say something, anything. Chapter 8, The Power of Shadowing, the technique that changes everything. There's a reason you're not fluent yet. You've practiced input listening, reading, but not enough output speaking. Now I'll give you the single most powerful method, the shadowing technique. What is shadowing? It's simple. You listen to a sentence. You repeat it at the same time, not after. You copy the tone, speed, pronunciation, like an echo. Why it works? It connects your brain and mouth instantly. It improves pronunciation naturally. It makes speaking automatic, not stressful. It helps you think in English. And guess what? You can shadow anything. A movie line, a podcast, a YouTube video, even a conversation between Leo and Rena. The rule: don't pause. Just copy at first. It's hard. You'll miss words. You'll stumble. That's the point. You're not training to be perfect. You're training to be fast and free. Real shadowing practice example. You hear, "I'm going to the market. Do you want anything?" You say at the same time, "I'm going to the market. Do you want anything?" Not after, not thinking, just speaking. Repeat it 10 times, faster, louder, more confident. Your mouth starts to move like a native's. Your brain starts to think like one. That's fluency. Chapter 9. Build your speaking routine 10 minutes a day. Now that you know what to do, let's build your new habit. Fluency isn't built in a week, but it can be built with just 10 minutes a day. Your daily speaking plan, no excuses, total time, 10 minutes. Minute 1 to 2, warm up mouth. Say simple sentences out loud. Today is a good day. I am learning to speak English. I can do this. Say them 5x louder and faster. Train your mouth to wake up. Minute 3 to 5, shadowing practice. Choose one video. Use subtitles. Repeat the speaker's words as they speak. Match their energy, match their rhythm, match their confidence. Even if you don't understand every word, keep going. Minute 6 to 7, repeat what you heard. Now pause the video. Try to say back what you remember. He said something like ... I'm gonna go to the store and grab something. Doesn't have to be perfect, just speak. Minute 8 to 10, speak freely, monologue time. Talk to yourself in English. Topic ideas. What did you do today? What do you plan to eat tomorrow? What's your dream job? No one is watching. No one is judging. This is your safe space. Bonus rule: record yourself. It feels awkward, but when you listen back, you'll notice your pronunciation, your grammar patterns, your progress. And trust me, you'll hear yourself improving. That's powerful. Recap so far. You don't need more theory. You need to face fear and speak. Shadowing is your daily practice. Just 10 minutes can change your fluency. Next, we go deeper. Part 3, the mindset shift. Chapter 10, the biggest fluency mistake, thinking too much. Here's the hard truth. You are your biggest problem, not your grammar, not your vocabulary, your mind. Every time you want to speak English, you stop yourself with thoughts like, what if I make a mistake? What if I sound stupid? What if they don't understand me? And so you wait, and you wait, and you wait some more. And guess what? Fluency never comes. English is a skill, not a test. Let's be real. You don't become fluent by studying rules. You become fluent by doing, by failing, by repeating. Just like riding a bike, just like cooking, just like dancing. The secret: make mistakes, a lot of them. Real English equals real imperfection. Native speakers make grammar mistakes all the time. They say things like, I ain't got no time. She don't know. Me and him are going later. and they don't care. Because fluency is not about perfection, it's about connection. Chapter 11, Break the Fear. What are you so afraid of? Let's talk about fear. Why do you freeze when it's time to speak? Here's what your brain says. They'll laugh at you. You'll look dumb. Better stay quiet. That voice in your head. It's lying. Let me ask you, has anyone ever laughed at your broken Indonesian or Javanese? Do you laugh at foreigners trying to speak your language? No. You respect them. So why don't you respect yourself when you speak English? You don't need perfect English to be understood. Let me prove it. Imagine someone says to you, I go market yesterday. Buy fish, big fish. Do you understand them? Of course. Is it perfect grammar? No. Is it clear communication? Yes. You don't need to speak like Shakespeare. You just need to be understood. Turn fear into fire. From today on, promise yourself this. I will not let fear control my tone. Speak broken English, speak weird English. Speak scared English, but speak. Because every word you say makes you braver. Chapter 12. Build unstoppable confidence even if you're shy. Confidence isn't a personality. Confidence is a skill. And like all skills, you can build it. Step 1. Speak daily. No matter what, you brush your teeth every day, right? You eat every day, then speak English every single day. Even for 2 minutes, even if no one listens. Even if it feels silly. This consistency builds certainty in your brain. Step 2. Speak first in conversations. Scared to talk to a foreigner. Scared to join a Zoom meeting in English? Force yourself to say the first word. Just say, Hi, can I say something? Sorry, may I ask? Let me try to answer that. Boom. You just won the hardest battle, starting. Step 3. Fake it until you become it. Confidence isn't about feeling brave. It's about acting brave. Stand tall. Speak louder. Look straight even if it's just your reflection. Pretend you're confident until you become it. It works. Step 4. Remember this one sentence. Anytime you want to quit, say this out loud. I'm not bad at English. I'm just getting started. This one sentence can destroy years of shame. Say it every day. Recap of part 3. You don't need perfect English. You must destroy fear with action. Confidence is a choice you make daily. Speak now. Think later. Fix later. Part 4. The Fluent Speaker Blueprint. Chapter 13. You need a system, not just motivation. Here's why most people fail at learning English. They rely on motivation, but motivation is a liar. Some days you're excited, some days you're not. If your English depends on your mood, you'll never be fluent. Real learners use systems. Let me show you to learners. Motivated Mike. Watches 10 English videos in one day. Feels excited, writes 3 pages of notes. Doesn't study again for 2 weeks. Systematic Sarah. Watches 1 English video every day. Speaks for 5 minutes out loud. Keeps a journal of new words. Practices 6 days a week. Who do you think becomes fluent faster? Consistency beats intensity. Always. Chapter 14. The Secret Power of Shadowing. You know what's better than memorizing grammar? Copying fluent people, exactly how they talk. Tone, rhythm, flow. This is called shadowing. What is shadowing? It's simple. Pick a video, audio in English, play it sentence by sentence. Repeat what the speaker says, out loud. Try to match their speed, tone, and emotion. You're not just learning the words. You're training your mouth and brain to speak like a native. Why shadowing works like magic? You learn pronunciation naturally. You train listening and speaking at the same time. You build muscle memory for real English sentences. You become more confident sounding like a native. Best types of videos for shadowing. TED Talks, movie scenes, English YouTubers, speeches Obama, Steve Jobs, etc. Podcasts with transcripts like Luke's English podcast. Chapter 15. Speaking alone is better than not speaking. But I don't have a partner. Good ... because you don't need one. Here's what you can do. Talk to yourself. Narrate your life in English. I'm washing the dishes. Now I'm cooking rice. I don't like this weather. Make English your inner voice. Talk in front of the mirror. Give a speech, ask questions, answer them. Pretend you're on a talk show. Yes, really. Record yourself. Say something for 1 to 2 minutes. Listen to how you sound. Find what to improve. Repeat every day. Use ChatGPT as your conversation partner. Type in English. Get responses. Practice writing and thinking in English. Chapter 16. Learn like a baby. Yes, really. Here's something wild. Babies learn English without textbooks, without grammar rules, without schools. They just listen, repeat, and mess up every single day. The baby strategy for adults: input first. Babies hear thousands of words before they speak. You must listen a lot before expecting fluency. Imitate like crazy. Babies copy everything: sounds, faces, words. You must copy the real English you hear. Celebrate small wins. When a baby says mama, we cheer. When you say a full sentence, do the same. Stop saying I'm not good at English. A baby never says, I can't speak yet, so I'm not good at this. They just keep trying. Why? Because failure means learning. Embarrassment is a step forward. Chapter 17. You don't need more time. You need more focus. I don't have time is the #1 excuse in the world. Let me destroy that lie. You only need 30 minutes a day. Yes, just 30 minutes. But no distractions. That means no phone, no background music, no scrolling TikTok. Just you and English. Deep focus equals fast learning. Use micro-learning. You don't need a 2-hour session. Just break it down. 0.10 minute in the morning, 10 minute at lunch, 0.10 minute at night. Boom, 30 minutes. No pressure. Total progress. Chapter 18. How to track your progress without a teacher. If you don't measure your progress, you'll feel like you're not improving, even when you are. Here's how to track. Use a fluency journal every day, right? Today I learned it. Today I spoke about new words, underscore. Mistakes I made, underscore. Review it weekly. See how far you've come. Record weekly speaking videos every week. Record a 2-minute video of yourself speaking English. After 4 weeks, compare them. Notice how your fluency grows. This is powerful proof. It builds confidence. Set micro goals instead of saying, I want to be fluent. Say, this week, I'll learn 20 new words. Today, I'll watch 1 English video and repeat it. By Friday, I'll write 3 short stories. Small wins equals big results. Chapter 19. Surround yourself with English even in Indonesia. You can't live in America or the UK. No problem. You can still build your own English environment. Here's how. Audio. Only listen to English music, audiobooks, and podcasts. Video. Watch Netflix, YouTube, or series in English. No subtitles first, then live. Phone to change your phone's language to English. Trust me, it helps more than you think. Speak. Force yourself to speak English daily, even 5 minutes. Social media. Follow English creators. Join English-speaking groups. Make English part of your identity. Don't just study English. Become an English speaker. Think it, live it, Dream it. Let the language wrap around your life. Chapter 20, final advice before you level up. Let's keep it simple. If you want to speak English fluently, stop saying I'll try, say I'll train. Train every day, speak when it's awkward. Write when it's hard, listen when you're tired. Because fluency isn't a miracle, it's the result of daily discipline. Recap of part 4. Build a real daily system, not just motivation. Use shadowing to sound like a native. Speak even if you're alone. It works. Learn like babies. Input, imitate, celebrate. Track progress, set goals, live inside English. Part 5. The last step is yours. Speak anyway. It's time to act. Let's not sugarcoat it. Understanding English is not enough. You've spent years learning grammar rules, memorizing vocabulary, and watching videos in silence. You're not alone. Recognizing the words, even predicting the subtitles. But when it's your turn to speak, you freeze. Not because you're lazy, not because you're not smart enough, but because you haven't made speaking a habit. You've been conditioned to fear mistakes and to wait until you're perfect. Here's the truth. That moment of perfection never comes. The real secret, speak imperfectly, but speak often. Want to become fluent? Then speak now, not tomorrow. Not after another YouTube tutorial, now. Now, even if it's broken, even if it's awkward, even if you only use the present tense. You're not aiming for perfect English. You're aiming for real communication. And every word you say, even if imperfect, is a victory. Reflection, your journey so far. Think back to the first time you tried learning English. Remember the embarrassment of saying the wrong thing, the laughter of others, the teacher who corrected you too harshly. You've carried the memory for years. But now, you let it go, because this is no longer about them. This is about you, reclaiming your voice. Use what you know. You already understand a lot. You watch movies without subtitles. You know what do you mean? And how are you doing? Really mean in context. So stop studying more and start using what you already know. Repeat phrases out loud. Talk to yourself. Talk to your phone. Talk to the mirror. Talk to your dog. Just talk. You're not alone. Every single English speaker started somewhere. They also forgot words mid-sentence. They also felt insecure, but they kept going. And that's what you'll do too. Because the person who keeps speaking, even when it's ugly, will always beat the one who waits for perfect. Simple English TV is here with you. If this video resonated with you, don't let it be just another video you watched and forgot. Let this be the start of your journey to speak boldly. Subscribe to Simple English TV, because we're building something more than a channel. We're building a community. Drop a comment. What's your biggest challenge in speaking English? Like this video if you felt seen and motivated. Share it with a friend who needs a push to speak English too, because this is your time to speak to grow, to be heard. Final thought, you don't need permission to speak English. You don't need to finish another course. You don't need to pass any test. You just need to open your mouth and let the words come out, messy, raw, real. Because in that imperfection, you'll find your power. And once you find it, there's no going back.